It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Up next, it's our main event between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And away we go from Lumen Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
On one, ready?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Man in motion here. Burrow now on first down. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, Burrow to throw. Forced out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Finds the in route complete. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On to handle the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. His progress is soft for the next 5-yard gain before it was. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Another carry for him. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. A throw right side finds Cobb. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Flushed out of the pocket. This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That one goes for 31 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Dump off caught by his back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Hand off on 2nd and short. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
He finds Smith and Jigba right side. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Seahawks first down.
Back to throw, Hurts. And he drives this forward to the 6. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. The Bengals are out in front. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back now for the second quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, so they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Ooh, before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, that play is so indicative of what we see in training camps all over football. Pursue. Blanketed coverage on the back end, and look at that defense fly. No gain on the play, but it very much feels like a sack for that defense.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. You're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is going to pull that play up, and most importantly, going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So first down from the 41. Burrow from the gun.
First down.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go, here we go. Right in. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. T. Higgins the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He fields this at the 18. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
On 1, ready?
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Gun.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. 12.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's to Laporta again. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Here we go.
Third and long for him here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Great. Hey, let's go. No.
They design this off left tackle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. First down run netted them nothing. Here is second and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. That one's complete right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Lays out. What a catch. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Hurts on first down. Escapes the pocket. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And again, here's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves him with third and short.
Go Silver, ready? Great. Hey, Silver.
Hurts yet again. Forced out to his right. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
On first down, here's Burrow. Lasers this one. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided first half. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Trimmer.
Looking to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Demetrius Knight has it. And the Bengals might be able to get some points late after the interception. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Points off takeaways. Usually a bigger stat, Kate, on the hardwood, that other sport that you call, but it's a big one in football too, and those 3 should pay dividends.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Throwing here just before halftime. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Great.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Never a pause you want to make, partner. A player injured on that snap, and it is their running back, Kenneth Walker, who's being looked at. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut-and-dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
11 mighty.
They send a man in motion. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And they had a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Don't touch that. 180. 63.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He can slant route complete. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing here, Hurts. Oh, the football's loose. And now the Bengals have it. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 22. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play.
He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead off the turnover. McPherson add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
No touch. No.
Running this one left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12.
Brings up second and 12.
Hurts now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 6.
Throw here, third down. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
The 36-yard line.
Back to throw, Hurts. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hurts throwing again. Hits his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. It's Hurts once again. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the 40, here comes second and 10. Hurts. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they get this down to the 28. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense is set. This is second and 2. Hurts looking to throw. Headed out right. He's got it near the 8. And they are going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Now Hurts. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Hurts now on third and goal. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Field goal doesn't move that needle, and they're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal. And the shutout stays alive in the second half as that pass falls incomplete on 4th and goal.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
The 2nd down run by Pacheco. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory.
Right, 80.
It's Pacheco again. No big play this time, Brock. That stop made right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
11, Mike.
Right back to Pacheco. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Put some respect on that corner's name. Corners aren't just on that field to cover. They can hit, and they can create tackles for loss, too.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
Here we go, here we go.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Running left with Pacheco. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, you got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here's Burrow. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Come on, ready?
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
They'll try to run with Pacheco. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
11.
It's a gain of a yard.
Pacheco again. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
3rd and goal.
They'll try with Pacheco. And some of you have heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Bengals running them out of the building. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That one splits the uprights. The Bengals continue piling onto this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Oh no, they get him yet again.
coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Up 12.
Now we'll give left side to Pacheco. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals continue adding on to that lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, 73. Tiger Hornet. No touch.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
63. Right.
Hurts to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Wide open, downfield, got it! All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt, but hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down carry for Pacheco. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, can.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided, and fans heading